Hi, I'm Paul Bridgman. This is Arizona Broadway Theater, and this is Phantom. I'm the technical director. The technical director's job is to build the scenery and to make it work and to make it work on stage. On this particular set, we've got wagons on either side that roll in from the dressing rooms. There's secret trap doors in some of the scenery, so the Phantom can sneak in and out. Behind here, there's a secret trap door in this piece right here, where we can look up there, and the Phantom climbs up here, and comes out a trap door in the top. Some things like that the audience can't see from the front. I think what people don't realize is that we build this all out of steel and wood and make it look like stone, and we also have to make it light enough for two actors to be able to push this around, but yet actors to be able to climb on top of it and to be supporting their weight. The main unit here on stage this whole unit rolls forward. This is the Phantom's lair. One of the hardest parts here was actually this large 14-foot span that had to be completely unsupported, but still there's a lot of action that happens up on top of it, and actors climb up on it and around it, and all kinds of action there. There's all sorts of little things that that take a lot of time, and all these candles they're lit, but then they can be removed, so it takes a lot of time to work out all the little. Everything's got to have a wire to it. If it's lit up, or a battery, or a control, so it can be controlled from the lighting board. There's a boat in the show. Phantom has to drive it around. This is giving away one of the tricks of the play, but he can actually steer it anywhere on stage. This was made from a mobility scooter. We basically disassembled it and put it together and made it into our boat. It's one of the highlights of the show, I think, when the boat comes out in a cloud of fog. This is, I would say, probably one of the larger sets we've had on this stage. This show has about 8 large pieces that assemble to provide different looks and locations. They're large, but they all are on wheels, and so they can shift in and move around. Every day there's hundreds of saw cuts every day, hundreds of measurements to be taken, thousands of welds and screws, thousands of screws go into this, and every day, and we're drilling holes and putting nuts and bolts together. A lot of wood, thousands of square feet of lumber, thousands of feet of steel. It's when you see it as one big thing, you don't really see how many little pieces. But if you build a model car that's this big, when you open up that model box, there's 1,000 little parts just to make that. Well, this is kind of just a large version of that. Imagine your house, how many pieces of wood are in your house. It's a lot of pieces, a lot of work, a lot of time.
My name is Mace Archer, director of Phantom at Arizona Broadway Theater. I always think of the technical crew and the design crew and all those folks, all the names you read in the program that you don't see on the stage, they're like the offensive line for a football team. Like, they're the unsung heroes. They do all the heavy lifting. They get brutalized in the trenches. They sort of get picked on. But if they don't do their job, then everybody else gets pummeled. And quarterback and the wide receiver get all the good press and all the accolades and the big paycheck. But without that great offensive line, the offense just crumbles. And that's sort of how all those people that support us backstage and make the set happen and hang all the lights and focus all the lights and stage manage, they're our offensive line of our football team.